Football League is on the air. Straight ahead, bragging rights on the line in the .46 meters. Of the AFC and the NFC in the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl game. Excitement? Well, we got that in abundance as this Pro Bowl is underway from Orlando, Florida. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
You ain't doing nothing.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. This is the Rams' Todd Gurley, his third Pro Bowl in 4 seasons. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there on the first play of the game. 48 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson, buying time to his left. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson, and he will score. Touchdown, NFC. From 10 yards out. And the NFC takes it all the way down the field to score on their opening drive. So the NFC with our first touchdown of the game. And, of course, we'll probably see some offense in this one. I don't know, though, that we'll see what we saw in 2013 when the NFC posted 62 points.
You talk about pyrotechnics. That was crazy, even for a Pro Bowl. 62 points. I think you wore out your voice in that one, talking about all the touchdowns that were scored.
I would love to see 63 or more, though, I got to tell you. All about offense in this thing.
Pro Bowl offense. Let's go.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Throwing now is Mahomes. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money, because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start, both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Wilson, flush to his right. And now he's going to use his legs. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson, being chased out left. He'll try and run it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Nothing open down. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. And not quite sure what just happened there, other than we do know that he spiked the football on 1st down. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And it'll be intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. Well, we can continue to talk Pro Bowl as we go along, but let's talk a little Super Bowl. Super Bowl 53, 1 week from today over in Atlanta, New England taking on the Rams. Time for your Super Bowl prediction, CD. What do you think?
Well, everyone thinks defense when they think the New England Patriots, but in the time that they've had their head coach and their quarterback, Tom Brady, guess what? They're the #1 offensive team in the NFL. And you know the Rams are high flyers as well. So that tells me that this Super Bowl, low scoring. It's going to be a total anomaly. I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of 13-10 final score. Going totally opposite what it should be.
Well, I'm going to completely disagree. I see high scoring, maybe 51-44, something like that. The two punters, Johnny Hecker and Ryan Allen, don't even show up to this one.
Johnny Hecker might throw a touchdown pass because you know the Rams like to fake it when he's on the field.
And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Khalil Mack of the Bears, the one to make the tackle. Starters defensively for the NFC, they have 9 guys with Pro Bowl experience. The 2 rookies, well, they're in the secondary. Both of the Chicago Bears, Kyle Fuller at corner, Eddie Jackson, the free safety. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot. And now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
He'll run it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off.
And he will carry this one in. Touchdown, NFC. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. He's showing the different ways he can hit you in this first quarter. 1 rushing, 1 receiving touchdown.
He's showing us he's not just a stereotype, isn't he? Not just a guy who carries the ball out of the backfield, can get out into space, make plays with his hands downfield. That's a pretty good combination right there.
Defensively, you'd prefer to be going against the stereotype, wouldn't you?
At least you know where he is, right? That gives you a chance to get more people to him and get him on the ground.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about... ...5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Back out is the AFC offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The Pro Bowler Tyreek Hill, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go play fake. Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. That's sack by Khalil Mack. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. He's going to let this one go deep. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Eddie Jackson. Picks it. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Now Saquon Barkley. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Myles Garrett of the Browns there to bring him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef, they want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Boy, the run on 1st down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. They get 8 yards back there. They could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7. There's Wilson to throw. Steps away to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And that's picked up by the AFC. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had gained really good yardage, but that's what you tell your quarterbacks, right? Get down after you got the run.
You don't have to prove your toughness. You know, I think that's what a lot of coaches are trying to preach to their guys. Get the yardage, get down, protect the football, and protect yourself from extra hits as well.
Anthony Barr, the Minnesota Viking, there to take him down. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Going deep for Hopkins. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. He's got it with the 15. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Flushed out right. And it's a fumble. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
They'll look to run with Connor. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now they'll throw with Mahomes, escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, but now it's 3rd and goal. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Mahomes going to throw. Flush. And he will score. It's a touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football. Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway. And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. Jalen Ramsey and the Jags up to make the tackle. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That 2nd down play nets a -4. On 3rd down, Wilson. Forced out to his left. It's caught. Jones. And he will score. Touchdown, NFC. Julio Jones, 53 yards. And the NFC adds on to their lead. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns. We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do. No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this with both of these guys running the ball well? Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. A second-time Pro Bowler here. This is the Chargers' Melvin Gordon. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Here's Mahomes to throw. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the NFC is going to get the football back in excellent field position. So, Charles, why in the world do you take that risk there?
It doesn't make a whole lot of sense on the surface. I've been around enough of these coaches and enough of these meetings along the way. Sometimes they're so confident in a play call that they don't care about the situation. They think that that play, at that time, they're going to run it and pick up whatever they need. So maybe that's what influenced him there. I'm guessing because I have no other explanation.
Yeah, that's tough. Own side of the field, that chunk of yardage to pick up. Head scratcher. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great...
And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. The AFC with the football here to begin the second quarter. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. Mahomes will try again on second down. Buying time to his left. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. He may try and run for this. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Mahomes can sling it, but the feet are nimble too as he scrambles for a first down. On first down, Mahomes. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes being chased out left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Connor. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards on third down as the drive rolls on.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shake.
And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 41 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, we saw that tandem hook up quite a few times during the regular season, didn't we?
We certainly did, and it continues now in the Pro Bowl. You have to know that even if they didn't consciously plan it, you do try and find guys you're familiar with in a game like this.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects it.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards. And it also brings up 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Wilson eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime?
15 cents.
Boy, a real head-scratcher there.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way.
Yellow, yellow. Stand situation. Let's go.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to run.
And he is into the end zone for an AFC touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. These 2 teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today is track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Meanwhile, here, a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. We mentioned the history of this game, the Pro Bowl. Of course, for many folks our age, the Pro Bowl always meant a trip to Hawaii. You know, they held it there from 80 till 09, and again for a handful of years in this decade before the last three being here in Orlando.
And there's something to be said, no doubt about it, for getting to go to Hawaii. Imagine being named a Pro Bowler and going home and telling your family, we're headed to Hawaii for vacation. But think about going to Orlando, especially if you've got kids. All the theme parks, all the great things to do, plus not nearly as long a flight no matter where you come from in the United States. I think it's a big deal and a good thing to have it here in Orlando.
He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Not sure I agreed with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agreed with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up. Running the jet sweep. This is Thielen with it. And some room to work. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. That one good for 37 yards.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
Boy, the run on first down, a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down. On second down now, Barkley, and he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. We've become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division, every year, is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. Out to his left. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. CD, we're already firmly in the month of November, so I want to go ahead and take a look at the AFC playoff picture. Right now, division leaders, New England, Baltimore, Houston, and KC. If it ended today, the wild cards would go to Buffalo and Indianapolis. And do you think those are going to be the 6? Probably some shuffling along the way.
There will be some shuffling along the way, maybe more in seeding than in actual teams, because when you look into who's in the wild card hunt right now, Pittsburgh, Oakland, both 4-4. Tennessee and Jacksonville.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. For Patrick Mahomes, what a season he had. First as a full-time starter, and he goes over 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, and rewarded with his first Pro Bowl.
And think about if you're in Kansas City, the organization, the team, the city.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Aaron Donald with a sack. So after the sack, Scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now Mahomes. Dancing to his left. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining. As we step aside here in this second quarter. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and a mile. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Derwin James with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Going deep for Hopkins. And my goodness, another interception. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. You look back a few years ago, Charles, when the Pro Bowl did that 3-year experimentation. I know you're a traditionalist. You like AFC versus NFC.
Yes, I do.
But for the games 2014, 15, and 16, they tried something a little different. They held essentially a fantasy draft for players. Year 1, it was Jerry Rice, Deion Sanders as captains. Year 2, Michael Irvin. And now here is another interception. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
You ain't doing nothing today.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. The numbers for the NFC on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Open here, Adam Thielen. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. Then now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
Come on, let's go.
A gain on the play. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. And
it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Stepping aside from this game for a second, how about us being in Week 10 of the NFL season right now? That makes me want to resurface that MVP talk we had earlier in the year. Who do you have right now leading in the MVP race?
Is this quarterbacks edition only, or can we actually bring other people into it?
Yeah, go wherever.
Because the league does tell you that MVP can be anyone, but numbers show us it's really got to be a quarterback. So let's just start there, right? Russell Wilson in Seattle. I think he has to be a prime guy. I think you have to look at Tom Brady, all right? It's always Tom Brady. Patrick Mahomes, if he can get back into the lineup and be his usual self.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The improv on the script. There gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Buying time to his left. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
Now here's Mahomes. Well, the NFC pressure a little too much as they get home for the sack. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. He'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown. Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half. And the AFC is able to widen their advantage. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively or if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you throw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with an AFC touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So we're at halftime of the 2019 Pro Bowl with the AFC out on top. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Boy, this AFC team has figured something out. They've got the lead again, looking to make it 3 in a row since the game moved to Orlando in 2017. So the question, what can the NFC do to come back? We'll ask that of our guys. Loosen you back to Camping World Stadium.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators.
Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it looks like the NFC's going to have it, and they do. Now the AFC going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. We talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
A game there of 30 big ones. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson, being chased out left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Myles Garrett able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. big gain, but a fumble. And I think the AFC came up with that. They did. AFC football.
Let's be Frank, you hate the fumble at the end of the play, but prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down. Takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play.
And a loose football. Wow. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the NFC will take over 1st and 10. Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Geno Atkins picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And now he'll let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play that time for the NFC. 47 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky. That's caught. It's Thomas. First catch for last year's NFL catch leader, and it's a 1st down. Trubisky to throw again. Now Trubisky lost the football, and that's picked up by the AFC. He's at the 50, the 40, and a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
I know one thing, the team that had the ball and was driving, they're going to feel horrible. But the team that was on defense, I think we got to give them a little bit of credit, able to hang in there and force a key turnover.
In the red zone, though, had a chance to tie it and an opportunity missed. Now, meanwhile, a pass that's... should have been intercepted. But it winds up falling incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Kern. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. DeAndre Hopkins, once again, the intended target. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And it's 3rd down. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Well, with that incompletion, let's tap into the useless facts file, shall we? 3 guys with the last name Allen got the start in Week 9. Josh in Buffalo, Kyle in Carolina, Brandon in Denver. All 3 got the win. And, Charles, that's the first time in league history that 3 QBs sharing the last name won on the same weekend.
How about that? And I think for Brandon Allen, his first start as well, so not bad. Now, throw in.
And he is going to be wrapped up and slung to the turf. Myles Garrett, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And the coach has decided to challenge this play. He has tossed down the red flag.
They can't stop us, man. 318.
Partner, the head coach is out of challenges now for the rest of the game. I'm not too sure he wouldn't like to have a few more.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's a 2nd sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need.
And the pressure gets to him again. Myles Garrett, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball. Game really turning in an incredible performance. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. Throwing now is Breeze. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Geno Atkins, and the AFC is going to get the football back in great field position. Well, they got the slim deficit, decided to go for it, hoping to keep the football score and erase that deficit. But, boy, deep in their own territory like that.
Let's just say that with that call.
And this is going to be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. First throw now for the backup Breeze. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys. Aren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task. Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. So instead of the incredibly obvious choice of trying to punt him out near midfield, now they left their defense with no margin for error.
No, 0. And I don't care how much confidence you have in your defense. I don't care if you say, hey, I'm going to be aggressive because those guys can pick me up. You really put them in an impossible situation because at the least, you're giving up 3 in that situation, right? So I would have punted the ball out of there and given them a little bit of a cushion.
Now it's counter. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Try to wedge his way in there, no signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And this NFC defense comes up big time with a goal line stand. In his own end zone, it's Breeze. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, you know, we talk about these defensive backs.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much as he'll get forward for about a couple. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to Elliott again. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. Past the 20. And touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 51 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra. but nothing comes of it.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Myers. Throwing to start the drive. And that one goes incomplete. They tried some. Something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down. Well, hey, we talked about the AFC playoff picture. Let's look at the NFC. That's a different story. You've got Dallas and Philly neck and neck in the East. Then Green Bay, New Orleans, and San Francisco as division lead. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 14. With that interception, he just set a record. That nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah.
Ty Detmer. He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
The AFC takes over 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going top. It's caught at the 10.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man, oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, honey, y'all dash, 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 yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle this. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed we emerging victorious. Years, blood, sweat, tears, is glorious. I remember when they always ignoring us. Celebrate, I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands, no man, man, oh, deal with the hands, thought he could guard me, I ruin they plans, I do what I want, they do what they can, got it on smash, foot on the gas, I will not. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can carve up the D like a turkey or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets. The coach will regret even letting them stay in the game. Team around took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just trying not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off, poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Footwork fantastic. Dominating every facet. Treat the pocket like plastic. Pick on the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash.
I am in Galaxy V8 now.
Grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. And I gotta win no matter what. Like, fourth down, Hail Mary, no punch. Like, every time I touch down, I gotta stunt. Randy Moss, yeah, my numbers going up. All these trophies, what do I need any more for? Check the stats up, you can check the scoreboard. Check the stats, Jay Critch, I'm the QB. Ran it up and then I went and got a new freeze. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. If you ain't a winner, then don't come round. On my way to another city, it's a touchdown. Underlay, yeah, I gotta get it in a rush now. Let them hate, try to knock me down, but we got up now. You say that you ballin', keep it real though. Hey, why I never saw you in the field though? Hey, I make it look easy.
Bruce is back with the snappers.
How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout. I'm a star, in the clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now.
Earl Thomas dominates in the zone.
I just wanna play off. Gotta go hard, I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon. How fit to be the boss, let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need.
Quarterbacks gotta act quick with the markets coming.
Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now. Game on, took a loss, but I stay strong. Super Bowl rings, I just
Wagner covers receivers like wrapping paper.
I can never play soft. Giant in New York, I run it back like Saquon.
Let's go, the rhythm, snappers.
Yeah. Hey, okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this.
All right, y'all, here's a trade motif. Everyone's got strengths and weaknesses. Let's see what you got. You're 25, one chance to score, and you gotta go for two. All right, now. This is your first play. 75 yards to the line. Let's go. First and 10. Back to pass. Rolling to his fumble in the backfield. Aaron Donald. Hopefully you've got something in that playbook to dig yourself out of this hole. Second down. They'll run it. Looking to throw on 3rd and long. If you give it up here, you gotta get the stop. Don't leave it up to them. It's showtime. Looks to throw it. Throwing into a party. Defense caught the bouquet for the interception. No, no, no. Gotta do better than that in Superstar KO. It's a 4 and no pressure. But if you score a touchdown on this drive, game over. The first carry now for Melvin Gordon. And Bobby Wagner's going to get credit for that tackle. Ended up being a 6-yard gain. Keep that momentum going. First down, going to the ground, and they take him down for the loss. Stopped 3 yards behind the line on 2nd. You got this. 3rd down, gonna run it. There goes Flash Gordon. This rhythm goes hard. Drop that beat into the end zone. Snappers, come out of your shell. Give it another shot.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
I'll give this team 2 snaps. It's the Snappers. Can't stop Bosa. Only slow him down.
If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your thought, I'm a catch though.
Mahomes has got a cannon. The 2014 Hall of Famer, it's the legend, Derek Brooks. Let's go, Snappers. Mirror match.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the big skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Hey, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit her max, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like I'm keeping score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, what a point to God. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Aha! You made it! Welcome to Superstar KO. In this mode, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog. It's the Snappers.
Smith shoots to the route booster.
This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot. No see where all the sun rays went. Legs on the head, all being moved in the frenzy.
Yo, B-Wag's tackling skills are top notch.
Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go.
You want to mess with the receiver's head? Go with Earl Thomas. Let's go, the rhythm, snappers.
When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, the pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years, so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board.
This is Superstar KO. You're starting on your own 25. Put the pressure on the other team. Drive down and get that score. And no kicking. You've got one drive to score on them, so get going. Looking to throw on 1st and 10. He's letting it fly for Juju. There's a crowd down there. And it's picked off. Forgot something? It's... Score on this drive, and you can take your fancy ball home as a winner. Coach Gruden picks play action from the playbook. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Reverse, reverse! Every play counts. Get down that field and keep the ball on their side to win. Drops back to throw it. Is Luke Kuechly shutting the route down for the pick. KO crowd. When I say Luke, you say Kuechly. Luke. 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 Trey Moe keeping things moving. You should do the same thing here, player. And he's going to be dropped behind the line of scrimmage. You are very, very close to making it easy for the other team. Make this thing interesting. Snappers are running. Here we go. Tug-of-war action continues. Are y'all ready? You're not starting this thing off right. Gotta call plays faster. Looks to throw. Going deep here for Odell Beckham. Looks like the T-shirt cannon here. And the defender takes it. That pass is. Last play on offense. Get downfield and don't give back yardage. Last chance to make something happen. What a catch. And he'll take it in for a Snappers touchdown. Snappers putting the game on their backs and taking the win. It's Florida Keys, Snappers.
Time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver. But I'm still a hot boy, cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a boss it. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the game, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm
time to bring the bass bird.
get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. With the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. With the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down when the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top when the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just
you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no